This podcast is a quest for well-being, a quest for a meaningful life through the exploration of fundamental truth. Enlightening ideas, insights on physical, mental, and spiritual health. The inspiration is love. The aspiration is to awaken new ways of thinking that can lead us to a new way of being well. Welcome to Body, Mind, and Soul Healing Conversations.
As these hard and heartbreaking days of COVID-19 drag on and news outlets announce the numbers like the countdown to a rocket launch, life as we've known it has entirely changed. We are forced to create new routines and new ways of being. We are reordering our lives with greater austerity in mind. The specter of illness, death, and loss weighs upon the world and our souls. Many people are in isolation and longing for human comfort. Others are surrounded by family and longing for a break. Some people have rediscovered quiet joys, like taking a walk, planting flowers, or doing a puzzle. Others go from screen to screen, working or seeking distraction, entertainment, community, news, and solace. Many are afraid to think about tomorrow. Will we escape the sickness? Will we have the financial means to get by? Will the economy rebound? What about the job market? What will become of the restaurants we enjoyed, the shops and small businesses we counted on? At American Blossom, we employ dozens of people at our USA manufacturing plants in Georgia and South Carolina, and our offices in Pennsylvania. Like people everywhere, our emotions today are mostly sad and worried. But we've chosen to lean into these difficult times and work harder than ever to earn your trust and your business. There's never been a greater need for ample sleep that restores the body and refreshes the mind. Sufficient sleep is essential for good health, including a well-functioning immune system. Our crisp, organic cotton sheets will help you sink into a restful, beautiful sleep. And because they're made in the USA, you'll be supporting farms, small business, and jobs here at home. There has never been a better time or reason to invest in durable, comfortable, well-made sheets that are proven to fit all of the most popular mattress brands. When worries keep me up at night or greet me in the morning, I actively practice the habit of gratitude. I think of a few things to appreciate in that moment in time and jot them down in a bedside journal. Even on the hardest days, when it seems that every sphere of my life is imploding in some way, I always find something to be grateful for. Simple stuff like chocolate, music, and stinky kisses from my dog that make me laugh. Big stuff like people I love, employees I admire, heroes who sacrifice to keep us healthy or free. Although COVID-19 has changed the world, at least for now, I choose to consider how much can still be good. I ask my children and grandchildren to appreciate their blessings and literally to count them. I ask my coworkers to support each other through simple kindness, empathy, or humor. I ask my friends to support the small businesses that meet our needs and enrich our communities. And to our valued customers, my humble suggestions. Be mindful, be playful, and sleep beautifully. Writes Janet Wisnia. Valeria interviews Janet. Janet Wisnia is the founder of American Blossom Linens and one of the owners of Thomaston Mills, the manufacturer of American Blossom linens. Janet grew up in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania, and lives in the same neighborhood today. She attended the University of Pennsylvania and received her MBA from Drexel University. Since she was 4 years old, Janet has been involved with the family business started by her grandfather, who opened their first storefront on South Street, Philadelphia in 1931. Janet learned from the ground up about the textile industry, from manufacturing to marketing and even sweeping the floors. American Blossom provides linens for hospitals and hotels across the nation and now sells direct to consumer after Janet noticed the need for sustainable products impeccably made in the USA. She's dedicated to making eco-friendly products that last for years and never go out of style. American Blossom linens are the only providers of American-made 100% organic cotton sheets sold in the nation. Learn more about Janet and her company on AmericanBlossomLinens.com. Here is the interview with Janet Wisnia.
In your own words, who is Janet Wisnia?
I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a sister. I was a daughter. My father just passed away actually 2 weeks ago. I'm a friend and I'm an entrepreneur. A lot of different things.
Right. Let me ask you this question, the warm-up question. How do you define success? What is to be successful to you?
So I don't think success, first of all, is anything to do with money, really. I think it has to do with doing something you really love and knowing what you're doing is giving back somehow, whether it be to the community, to the world in general, or even if it's just, individual people. I think giving back is really important.
It is. Yeah, it is, Janet. I love that answer. What do you think is the purpose of life?
I think it's along the same lines. I think it's to give back somehow. Again, it can be in many different ways. It can be to the world in general. It can be to your community. It could be to your family, to your business. It's just doing what you do well and somehow giving back to others. To me, that's what it means.
Yeah. What do you love most about being a woman?
I like to be taken care of sometimes, and I also like to take care of people. So I think that's important. I like to be able to dress up in a nice dress and to wear a business suit. I like the freedom to kind of. I feel like as a woman, I have a lot of freedom.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. And the follow-up question is, what is the most challenging aspect about being a woman?
I would say it's balancing, and I don't think that's really particular to women. I think men have that issue too, but it's kind of balancing all the things that you want to do. Being with your family, with your friends, giving back to your community, growing your business, and different times in your life, different things are more prevalent, and you have to constantly think about what is really essential to you, so you make sure to do what's the most important, because life is short, and you want to make sure you're doing what you want to do most of the time.
Yeah, I love your wisdom, giving priority to what is important in life, right?
Yeah, it's hard to do, though. It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, it is a practice, right, Janet? Yeah. And my next warm-up question is about freedom. What is the meaning of freedom to you? What is to be free?
It's the ability to think and express what you think is right and do being able to work and do, contribute and kind of do all the things you want to do with nobody constricting you. A lot of it is in your head. I mean, obviously, as long as you're following the laws of the society, but a lot of things, I think people people hold themselves back more in their head than anything else.
Yeah, I agree. At this time, with the current situation, what do you think is the world's greatest need? And do you have a vision for a new reality?
I think the greatest need right now is for people to be nice to each other and accept each other, and to be tolerant of all different viewpoints. I think that's the most important thing. That's what's lacking right now.
Do you think that what's happening now will help us to get there?
I do. I think that I believe that things happen for a reason. And I think maybe the world needed to be taught some lessons. And somehow this is the way that, it's kind of to rethink what we value. And I do
Right.
think a lot of people are doing that on a personal level and on a community level, on an economic level. I think a lot of people are kind of rethinking things.
Yeah. So it's a reset. I love that idea. Right.
A reset. Yeah.
And I have three more questions for you, general questions. What is love to you?
What is love?
Yeah.
Questions are hard. These are harder than the business questions. um, I'm very much in love with my husband. I guess that's love.
Yeah.
And my children and my family. It's feeling comfortable, feeling needed, feeling that you can be yourself with someone. And then romantic love, of course.
Do you believe in unconditional love?
Do I believe in unconditional love? I think it depends. I think it depends on who it is or what the situation is. Certainly with my family and my friends, I have unconditional love.
That sounds like another wonderful practice, right, Janet? To love without conditions. It's a challenge to do all the time, but but it's a wonderful goal.
It is. I truly believe in, look, everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. And, you have to forgive people, move on.
Yeah, right, right. So true. So, two more questions. The next one has to do with inner peace. What is your understanding and idea of inner peace?
What is my idea of inner peace? I guess it's just being comfortable with yourself. Really, that's the main thing. Being comfortable with yourself gives you inner peace. I mean, you're not always gonna, you can't, you're not always gonna get or be everything you want to be, but you should be comfortable with who you are today and be comfortable even though you continue to strive on, but be comfortable today. Have gratitude for what you have and who you are.
So, that makes me think about self acceptance or acceptance in general.
I think that's something, I don't know, I found as I got older, I think that was easier to do.
Mm, yeah. So, you feel it's more challenging for young people to do?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Do you teach your children to accept themselves?
I try.
Yeah, that's a great practice too. Another one.
Yeah.
And my last warm up question is what, where, and who is God to you?
What, where, and who is God? Wow. Uh, well, I'm Jewish, and I do believe in God. I do believe, again, things happen for a reason. Nothing is really random, although we may not understand everything all the time, but I do believe it happens for a reason. And in the end, it's for the good. It may not seem like it at the time, but it is.
Yeah, I love that. This idea of life being a divinely designed. It's all about trust, right, Janet, in a way.
Yeah, one of the things about that I love, I'm not a particularly religious person, but one of the things I do like about the Jewish religion is there's ways that you sort of say prayers to express gratitude all the time, different prayers for different types of gratitude, and sort of being in the moment and and kind of trying to appreciate every different moment.
Wow. What a beautiful practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gratitude is a powerful healing tool or state of being of mind. No doubt about
Yeah.
that. So, talk to me about the inspiration to become a business owner, an entrepreneur.
Well, it started. It's our business is a family business, and my father, who I just mentioned, passed away 2 weeks ago. He was started by his father, but then my father and his brothers grew our business. They really took it to the next level, and my father loved his work, and I was the firstborn of three daughters, three sisters, and he would just talk to me all the time about business. Since I was a little kid, and when I was like in elementary school, I would go to work during the summer and vacation, so he would teach me things during, I would kind of go to work with him. And as I grew older, I would work more during the summer in high school. And when I went to college, I kind of went through a little bit of a rebellious stage. So, yeah, like every good college student or teenager. And I decided I really wasn't that interested anymore in business. And I started studying anthropology, which I liked. But I got to my senior year in college and started thinking about what I was going to do with my life. And it's sort of, there's not too many career options for an anthropologist. And at that time, I had already met my husband to be, and he was also very interested in business. And he said to me, well, why don't you give your family business a try when you graduate? He said, you're really good at it. You should give it a try. So I did. I graduated, and 2 weeks later, I started working. And ever since then, I've been there.
That's amazing. So, like you said before about the idea of God, that life, it happens, everything happens for a reason. That's the reason you're here talking about the business.
So my husband was there, and he sort of directed me to do it, and it was the right thing. And I love what I do. So
Yeah, you love what you do and you love him. You just mentioned him before. That's beautiful. So, talk to me about the business, American Blossom Linens. How do we know when the products are made here in the United States? What's the best way of knowing that?
well, I'm familiar only with the textile space. There is regulations. The government actually has regulations on how textiles are to be labeled. And you can only label something made in the USA if it's actually made here 100%. If an item is made overseas, you have to you have to put a label on it that says wherever it's made, be it made in China, made in India. Every textile, whether it's bedding or clothing, has to have a label that says where it comes from. So it's very easy with I can't really talk about other products because I'm not as familiar, but with textile products, it must be on the label.
So it's easy to tell, really easy to know.
Yep. Not only does it have to be on the label, but if you're reading a description of the product, say online or in a paper catalog, they're supposed to tell you where it comes from. It's supposed to be in the description. It should say made in America, made in China, made in India, right in the description. And if it doesn't, chances are it's not made in America.
Oh, wow. So that information won't be there.
It's supposed to be. There's people who are supposed to put it, but they don't always do it.
Right, right. So that's great to know. And my other question is the reasons why we should choose American-made products. What are the biggest reasons, in your opinion?
Well, I would say the quality is better. You're helping the US economy, you're helping the workers that live here. You know that it's made ethically and that there's, fair labor, that the companies follow the United States fair labor laws and all the environmental laws. We have very strict regulations here about those kinds of things. So you know that you're getting a good product made by a good company.
Right. On your blog, you mentioned 7 reasons to choose American Blossom linens. Talk to me about these 7 reasons, Janet.
All right, so the first one is environmentally friendly cotton, pure chemical-free softness. So our bedding is made out of USA organic cotton. Our cotton is grown in Western Texas, and it follows all of the organic regulations. It's certified by the USDA, and it's grown in use it without chemicals, without herbicides, without things like that. And when we we process our fabric, we don't use any harmful chemicals there as well. So we process it in a more natural way.
I love that. I have to get some actually. I was just thinking about my bed sheets, they're not organic.
Second reason I have, our design is very timeless and classic. So right now we offer 3 colors. We have a natural, which is the actual natural color of the cotton. It's not dyed, it's not bleached, it's just the cotton as it's grown. We also have a white color, and we have what we call latte linen, which is actually fabric made from cotton that is grown in a brown color. It's sort of a beige color, but it's made beige by the brown cotton, not by any kind of dye. Number 3, we make our linens generously sized so they fit the bed, so the sheets tuck into the bed, so the fitted sheet fits the bed, doesn't come off of the bed when you roll around. We have a 16-inch pocket, so it fits virtually any height mattress and stays on the bed. We use an extra thick elastic, again, to help it stay on the bed. And again, our fitted sheet is made a little bit larger than most other sheets, so it tucks in and stays tucked in.
Wow. That's good for those huge beds that we have, those thick mattresses.
Yeah, yeah. The 4th reason is because we use organic cotton. So as I said before, our cotton is grown in Western Texas and is grown by a co-op of organic farmers. So organic cotton is grown using methods and materials that have low impact on the environment. The production systems that are used replenish and maintain the soil, expand biologically diverse agriculture, and prohibit the use of synthetic toxic and persistent pesticides and fertilizers. And the cotton is also non-GMO. That's part of the definition of organic. Our cotton farmers use things like crop rotation, cover crops, conservation, compost, and manure instead of herbicides and chemicals.
Oh, I have to say love 1,000 times because that's so important for health, physical and mental health, all kinds of health, really.
Oh, number 5 is responsibly crafted by families with decades of textile heritage. So, as I said before, we've been in business for, my family business started in 1931. And over the years, we grew our manufacturing business. We started with a smaller manufacturing plant and we grew it over time. And in 2000, we bought actually another company out of a factory out of bankruptcy, and that company has been in business for over 100 years. So all the people involved in our company have been manufacturing textiles for a very, very long time.
Wow. Yeah, tradition, right? Experience too.
The number 6 is luxury, fairly priced, sold direct to you. So one of the things we felt pretty strongly about when we started this brand was we wanted to, get the product to the consumer at the best possible price for the consumer. So we have been selling it online, direct to the consumer, because we feel we can cut out the middlemen and save people money.
That's another great reason to buy from you. I love this number 7, though.
We're so confident in our product that we actually have a 2-year return policy. So our company's been around for all these years, but this brand is just about 18 months old. I don't think I mentioned earlier, but our factory, our main business has been selling to the healthcare and hospitality trade and the government trade. So this retail brand is a new thing for us. As I said, about 18 months old. But we really felt pretty strongly that our product was so good that we wanted to give people a long opportunity to make a return. And I can tell you, over the 18 months, we've had very, very, very few returns.
Wow. Yeah, that says a lot. And what are the types of products that you offer, Janet?
Well, we have sheet sets. We have duvet covers. So, a duvet cover is like it's a cover that goes over a quilt, like a down quilt or a polyester filled quilt. We have pillowcase sets and crib sheets.
I love that you have a fabric that it's not dyed. It's natural, the color, right? There's nothing in it.
Yeah. So we have our natural color. We have our white, which we use a peroxide, which is a natural chemical that people have in their house that you can use to bleach things. So we're not using any kind of chlorine bleach. And then we have our latte linen, which is also natural, and the color comes from the color of the cotton.
Yeah. What a wonderful business to be in, promoting health. Yeah, who came up with this idea in your family? Your great-grandfather, or do you know who?
Well, my grandfather immigrated to the United States, and he was in the textile business. He was very young. He was like 18 when he came, but he had worked in textiles when he came from Russia. And so he came here. That's what he knew. So that's what he started. He started a linen store.
What a great idea. What do you love most about your business, Janet?
I like making people happy. People really like this product. People are looking for something that's quality. I think you go to the store and a lot of the sheets that you buy just don't last. And people are kind of looking. I think this is one of the things I think that the pandemic has got people thinking about this whole buying quality things, but buying less of them. Kind of anti-consumerism, maybe, if that's the right word. this fast fashion world that we were living in is not good for the planet. It's not good for our soul. It's not good for our pocketbook. It's just not good at all. And I think that's one of the things that people are starting to think about now. In fact, I got someone that wrote me a review. I get wonderful reviews. I just got one right before I went on with you.
Yeah. Do you want to read some of them?
I have to read it. Yeah, because people just keep emailing me and writing reviews kind of about how this product takes them back to the way things used to be made. So here, I can read it to you if that's okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so this one says, "My lovely new sheets. I was so taken with my new sheets from American Blossom that I requested our contractor stop the interior restoration of our old home and build me an old-fashioned clothesline. He did. I couldn't have been more thrilled when I hung the new sheets on the line to dry. The sheets were so beautiful in the breeze, and the fresh smell is not to be imitated by any fabric softener in the market. Oh, my stars, thank you. This product is top drawer." And I'm getting, when I read those things, it's funny, you're talking about how do you keep calm and comfort with all the news that's out there now. It comes at us all the time on our phone, on TV and the radio, and it can just overwhelm you. And one of the things that's been first of all, I have pretty much for the last few months, I've turned it off because you have to have a mental break from it. But these reviews, these people that are really liking what I'm doing, that's kind of what's helping me stay comfortable and stay calm through all this, really.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way, like you said earlier too, it's giving back. So it's wonderful to know that people are happy and satisfied with your service to the world. Yeah, thank you, Janet. I am. I don't even have your sheets yet, and I'm very grateful. So I know you have a coupon code. So the coupon code is Quest20. So Quest, QUEST, number 20.
That's a 20% off coupon for buying a first set of sheets.
So I have a few more questions for you. They're off topic. They're questions about life again. Would you like to add anything, Janet, about your business before I ask those questions?
It's a great product. I think people will really love it. I want to thank you for having me and asking me all these really great questions.
Thank you for being here, sharing your wisdom. So I have, let me see, 2 more questions. If you knew you would die soon, meaning losing the body, would you make any change in your life or do anything differently?
Nope, I don't think so.
And that's how we know that we are living the purpose.
I don't think so. No, I mean, day to day, you have to tweak it day to day, but in general, no.
I love that answer. And really fast too. No doubts. Yeah, beautiful. And my last question is, what are 3 things about life you know for sure?
It's always going to change. But there's just a lot out there. For the most part, it's all good. And there's a lot out there to grasp and to appreciate and take advantage of. And you should try to do as much as you can, I think.
Yeah. I love your wisdom. Thank you for saying all these things that you have been saying since the beginning, giving back the idea of gratitude, appreciating life, and doing what you do. That's really ultimately how we can tell your mission. Where can we find more information about you, your products, services, and future projects?
The website is AmericanBlossomLinens.com. And we have the code. It was Quest20, QUEST20, to get a 20% discount. And our website has a lot of information. We talk all about our cotton the process of making the sheets, who we are. The website has a lot of information.
Thank you so much again, Janet, and we'll talk soon.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about Janet Wisnia, please visit her website, AmericanBlossomLinens.com.
To learn more about this podcast, please visit fitforjoy.org/podcast. I want to thank the Patreon members, Lawrence McGrath, Mark Basden, Terry Clayton, and Aidan Bickrock. Thank you again for listening, and bye for now.